I think that's just gonna have to do, because I keep on forgetting to do that overlay for the chat. Lol. The chat's gonna be extremely small, or it's gonna only pop up only a few at a time, because I have not made a chat overlay thing for it yet, and I was supposed to last time we did this, so I'm stupid. But welcome everyone, welcome Vishesh, thank you for stopping by. And today we are going to be doing another novel reading stream. I was going to... Oh no. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say now. I'm hoping this is gonna go well. I think we are so small and cute. Oh my god. Can I clip things? What if I go to my channel? Can I clip things? My channel, I mean my stream's probably gonna freak out on me in a minute, but can I clip things even if it's on my channel? I can. To be fair, the things that you guys say, well, the things that you guys share as like small little clips and stuff that you share either on my Twitter or the Discord server, I might actually just put them as little short videos, honestly, because I never really do shorts. I'm thinking about actually making like short content. I don't know if that's good or not, but like some funny content that you guys have saved or something, I might put it as like a short video and just post it, because obviously people are not gonna watch my live streams, especially if it's like 12 hours long or something. But if it's like something funny that I think should be a short, I think it would be a cool idea for me to put it as a short content. So I don't know if that's a good idea or if it's a bad idea. I don't know. But that's what I was just thinking about, because yeah, we have the live streams, we have the videos and stuff, we have the watch-alongs. I was thinking if you guys would want any short content, like funny moments or something content for short videos. But yeah. I'm just quickly finishing the Divergent Universe real quick, because on my main account I am almost level 70 and I have 10 more levels left until I finish the Divergent Universe cap level. I'll have to do that maybe later on or something, because I'll run out of time and I still haven't had Kafka yet. That's great. 6-0, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna put my controller on charge because I'm not gonna be using it. There we go. Shorts is a good idea in general. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna put some stuff together and see what I can do, because I know that you have to edit it in a certain format. My chair is getting on my nerves. Okay. I've heard you get better viewership with shorts, but it's harder to get the shorts views into live streams. That's true, that's very true. But either way, even if people don't come from the shorts to the live streams, as long as like they enjoy the shorts and they enjoy the content on the shorts, then people don't have to join the streams. I mean, I'm in the UK and a lot of my viewers and stuff are like from the US or from India, so the times and stuff of my live streams won't be that great anyway for a lot of people, so it's it's understandable why people can't come into the streams and stuff, so even if we do get a few, it doesn't have to be everyone. So if people are enjoying the content, that's really all that matters to me. But yeah. I forgot. Here we go. Okay. Monday I bought book 2 of Heaven Official's Blessing, and I'm hoping after the stream to go uptown so that I can go to a bookstore called Waterstone, and hopefully gonna try and get another book, hopefully 3 or 4 or both if possible, because I really do want to get book 3 and 4, mostly 4 because of the Ghost Rut scene. If any of you guys have listened to the Ghost Rut scene or like looked at the like thing for it, by God, I want to see it. I want to read it, and I want to experience what actually is going on in that scene, because I don't think we have that, or I don't think that we will have that in the actual show. So, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna continue on with book 2 of Modazushi today. Oh shit, it's dented, what the fuck? I mean, I think I bought this from Amazon anyway. Okay, so we are gonna continue. We are on chapter 8, The Stalk of Grass, page 43, part 2. We're gonna start off on this and then work our way up, because obviously this chapter is insane. This chapter is pretty big, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oh no, what is that picture? Oh no, fucking Su Young, fuck off. Don't like Su Young. Oh, and now you're upset. Fuck you, boo-hoo, bitch. Okay, so this is the end of chapter 8. That's a lot of pages. I am not gonna get through that in this fucking stream. It's gonna be a couple streams before we can even finish this chapter, and it's like halfway through the fucking book. It's great. But yeah, this entire fucking chapter is basically about Shu Yang, Shi Xing Shen, and Song Lan, as well as Aixing, so yeah, it's great. It's all about it. It's crazy. I think that's just like season 3 in general. Whenever I hear the statement X scene, where X is any kind of word combination, I think I just assume it's incense burners here. Oh my god. Well, okay, the Ghost Rut scene is definitely not safe for work, but it's more the fact that Hua Cheng couldn't control himself because of like certain reasons and certain things going on at the time, and then it caused him to lose control. And because Xilian was there, he couldn't help but not do it. And Xilian was learning his feelings about him at the time, so he kind of not gave up, but like he wanted to know what his feelings were, and he also wanted to help him because it just felt like he was in pain and he had to release the spiritual energy that he had because of the whole situation that came about. So he wanted to help him, but he also wanted to understand his feelings for him, no matter what it was. So he kind of got it both ways. So, it's not incense burner, like, status, but it is not safe for work. I would say that. But I don't think we'll get that in the actual show when it comes out, because it's obviously got the kissing, it's got, yeah, so I don't think we'll see it in the show, unfortunately, because of the Chinese laws and stuff. I don't know how they're gonna get through a the coffin boat scene, the kiss scenes, the confession scenes. I don't know how they're gonna get through the ghost road scene. So I guess we'll just have to see, but with Modazushi there was never any kissing, even though we had so many different kisses, we had so many flirtatious scenes that we wanted. We had the bathtub scene, we had different angst scenes and stuff, we had the confession scene, and I think we do have the confession in the live action, just not what led up to it. And we don't get any kind of kiss scenes at all, so it's unfortunate that we can't get those kinds of scenes. But, yeah, I don't think anything could be at the same status as the incense burner, because that's insane. Ichigo! Annie, welcome back. Mommy came home? Wait, what? What came home? Who? What? When? Why? How? I did say at the start that the chat does look a bit weird because it only does that amount, so I do need to sort out another chat overlay, I think, for this particular scene. Oh god. Oh, good heavens. Angsty? Yeah, there's a little angst, especially with, like, Si-Chen talking about Wanji and everything to Wei Ming. Saying that he was the worst mistake of Wanji's life and everything because he didn't think that he had feelings for him or reciprocated like feelings and stuff, or was just playing around, toying with his feelings, never actually giving a damn. But Si-Chen will definitely realise they do have feelings for each other. They don't confess. Fisher came home with both the cats. Oh, damn! I am still yet to get Kafka! Oh, god damn it. On my main account, if I still don't get her by the end, I will fucking pay for it. I'm gonna cry if I do. Because I don't want to pay money into the game, but if it's, like, really at the end of, like, the banners and stuff, I just want to get Kafka. Wait, isn't this the art, though? Oh, that's... okay, that's the actual look. Okay. When we went to birthday party, she came back with more PL novels, but no cake. I have donuts! Actually, I didn't even have a cake this year. Oh, god. Yeah, I didn't have cake. I had donuts. And alcohol. And chocolate. So, I think that kind of makes up for the cake, right? Came home at 32, pity? Holy shit, that's pretty early though. It's pretty early. Okay, so let's get into the reading before I continuously talk about Kafka like 24/7. August of sinister wind had blown in and out of nowhere and pushed the door to the small room open a crack. It swung open and closed intermittently. I don't know how to say that fucking thing. It's great. It was a pitch black inside the room, and they could only vaguely see a hunched shadow sitting next to a table. Wei Wuxian gestured for them not to move and walked into the room himself. The light of the oil lamp and the candles from the central room seeped inside. The oil lady had her head bowed, as if she hadn't noticed anyone come in. There was a piece of cloth in her lap, tied taut to an embroidery frame. She appeared to be doing needlework. Her hands were stiffly pressed together as she tried to poke a thread through a needle. Mix up for cake plus the BL novels are a good substitute for the dishes. Yeah, very much. Yeah, very much. Wei Wuxian seated himself next to the table. Granny, Why not turn on the lights when you thread your needle? Let me. He took the needle and thread and fixed it in no time. Then he returned them to the lady and walked out of the room like nothing was the matter, closing the door behind him. Leave her be, he said. Did you check if the old witch was alive or dead when you went in just now? Jinling asked. Don't call her an old witch, it's rude, Wei Wuxian chided. That old lady is a living corpse. The boys exchanged looks of dismay. Lan Sijui asked, What's a living corpse? A living corpse is when an individual has all three characteristics of a corpse, from head to toe, but the person themselves is still alive. Jinling was greatly alarmed. You're saying she's still alive? Did you guys see inside the room just now? Wei Wuxian asked. Oh, that's a good picture. Oh, that is so cute. I'm so glad we have that picture. That is so cool. Yes? What did you see? What was she doing? Threading a needle. Did she succeed? No. That's right, she didn't. The muscles of the dead are stiff, so complicated actions such as threading a needle are impossible. Those aren't age spots on her face, but rather livor mortis. And she doesn't need to eat, but she can still breathe, so she's alive. Lan Sijui said, But this granny's very old. Many old ladies have poor eyesight and can't thread needles by themselves. Which is why I did it for her, Wei Wuxian said. But did you guys notice something else? In the time between opening the front door and now, she hasn't blinked a single time. The youths themselves blinked. The living blink to prevent their eyes from drying out, but the dead don't need to do that. Wei Wuxian explained. And when I threaded the needle, did anyone notice how she looked at me? Jinling answered. She didn't move her eyes. It was her head that turned. That's it exactly, Wei Wuxian said. Usually when you look in a different direction, your eyes move, at least a little. But the dead are not the same. Since they can't manage minute actions like moving their eyeballs, they can only move their whole head and neck. Lan Jingyi was dazed. Should we be taking notes? A good habit to have, Wei Wuxian stated. But where will you find time to flip through the notes during your night hunts? Use your brain. Memorize it. Jinling gritted his teeth. Walking corpses are crazy enough. Why is there such a living thing? Why is there such a thing as a living corpse? Wei Wuxian answered, Living corpses are rarely formed naturally. They're usually deliberately made, like this one is. Deliberately? Why? The dead have many shortcomings, Wei Wuxian lectured. Stiff muscles, slow movement, and so on. But they have their advantages too. They don't fear pain, can't think, and are easy to control. Some people think those shortcomings can be improved upon, and that by doing so, they can construct the perfect puppet. That's where the concept of living corpses came from. While the boys didn't blurt it out, their faces were already boldly written with an obvious sentiment. That person must be Wei Wuxian. Wei Wuxian didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but I've never made such a thing, he thought. Although it did indeed sound like his style. Alright, it was Wei Wuxian who started the trend, but he successfully refined Wenning, that is, the Ghost General, he said. To be honest, I always wondered who came up with that nickname. It's so stupid. Anyway, others tried to mimic him, but could only produce poor imitations at best. They ended up going down a deviant path and set their eyes on the living instead, coming up with living corpses like this, he concluded. They're failed replicas. At the mention of Wei Wuxian's name, Jinling's expression drew cold. He humphed. Wei Ying was a deviant himself. Yeah, so those who make living corpses are extra deviant, Wei Wuxian agreed. Motambe, what should we do now? Lan Sidri asked. Some living corpses might not know they're already dead, Wei Wuxian said. I see that old lady is one of those who hasn't quite figured it out, so it'll be fine if we refrain from bothering her now. Just then there was suddenly a series of crisp taps, the sound of bamboo hitting the ground. It sounded like it was just outside a nearby window, which was sealed by black boards. The faces of the clan juniors in the central room turned pale. Having been consistently harassed by the sound since entering the city, they'd begun panicking upon hearing it. Wei Wuxian motioned for them not to make a sound. They held their breath and watched as he stood next to the window, peering through as an extremely thin crack between the planks of the door. At first, all he saw was white. He thought it was because the fog outside the house was too thick, leaving nothing visible. But then, the white rapidly shrank away. It was a pair of savagely white eyes, currently glaring fiercely through the crack in the door. All the white he'd seen wasn't the miasma, but this pair of eyes which completely lacked pupils. Jinling and the others' hearts were pounding, terrified he would suddenly be struck by disaster and fall, clutching his eyes. They heard Wei Wuxian let out an "ah!" and their hearts jumped into their throats, their hair standing on end. "What is it?" Wei Wuxian whispered in the teeniest voice. "Shh! Don't speak, I'm looking at it." Jinling hushed his voice to be even teenier than Wei Wuxian's. "Then what did you see? What's out there?" Wei Wuxian neither moved his eyes nor gave a direct answer. Yup. Amazing. Wow. His profile was filled with delight. The praise and awe he expressed seemed to come sincerely from the bottom of his heart, and the clan juniors' curiosity rapidly overtook their nervousness. Lan Sidri couldn't help but ask, "Motambe, what's so amazing?" Hello, Niru. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. It's so interesting. Keep it down. Don't scare it away. I'm not done looking. Wei Wuxian shushed them. Move, I want to see, Jinling said. Me too. You really want to see this? Wei Wuxian asked. Yeah. Wei Wuxian slowly shuffled aside, acting incredibly reluctant. Jinling was the first to go over. Lining himself up with the thin crack in the wood, he peeked out. Night had fallen by now. Nights here tended to be chilly, but surprisingly the evil miasma circulating the Yi city had dispersed quite a bit. They could now see at least a few dozen meters of the street. Jinling peered for a moment, but didn't see anything. Amazing? Or so interesting? A little disappointed, he thought, could I have scared it away when I spoke just now? I love hearing stories. Same here, honestly, Nero. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Just as he had that thought, a scrawny, emaciated figure appeared in a flash. Jinling felt shivers scramble up to his head and explode. He almost screamed out loud, but for some reason, the burst of energy caught in his chest. He forced it down and stiffly maintained his bent pose, waiting for the numbed sensation to pass. Despite himself, he stole a glance at Wei Wuxian. This despicable man was leaning against the window boards with a corner of his lips curled up. He wiggled his eyebrows at Jinling and smirked. Isn't it very interesting? I love him. I love him so much. Jinling shot him a death glare, knowing full well he was messing with him on purpose, and replied through gritting teeth, yeah. Then his mind changed track and straightened up, putting on an air of disinterest. It's only so barely interesting. Oh my god, it's so funny. I love Wei Ming. He's so funny. He loves teasing people. I love hearing her voice. Shut the fuck up, Ashesh. Oh my god. Oh gosh, okay. He backed off to the side, waiting for the next fool. With the two of them taking turns at deception, the rest had their curiosity stroked at high as it could go. Lansidri couldn't restrain himself. He went to stand in the same spot, but just as he placed his eyes to the crack, he let out a candid "ah" and jumped back, his face full of helpless fear. He spun around twice, disorientated, before he found Wei Wuxian and lamented his findings. Mo Chenbei, outside, there's a... Wei Wuxian replied understandingly. That's right. Don't tell. There'll be no surprise once you tell. Let everyone go see for themselves. As if anyone else dared to go up after seeing the terrifying state Lansidri was in. What surprise? Scare, you mean? And thus, they all waved him off. No, it's fine. We're not looking. Jinling clicked his tongue. Tricking people for fun at a time like this? What were you thinking? Weren't you in on it too? Wei Wuxian said. Don't imitate your uncle's tone. Sidgui, what was that thing just now scary? Was that thing just now scary? Oh my god. And Sidgui nodded and replied honestly, yes. Scary is right, Wei Wuxian said. This is a fantastic opportunity to further your training, you know. Why do ghosts scare people? Because when people are scared, their will falters and their primordial spirit becomes agitated. That's when it's easiest to drain their yang energy. So creatures like ghosts are most fearful of the brave. Since the brave are fearless, they can't do anything to them or take advantage of them. Which is why as clan juniors, your first priority is to strengthen your courage. Lan Jingyi was glad he couldn't move, and therefore hadn't gone over to peep out of curiosity. Weirdest voyeurism session ever? Oh my god. Still, he grumbled. Courage is innate. Some people are born chickens. What can you do? Were you born knowing how to fly on a sword? Wei Wuxian questioned. Didn't you practice over and over until you got it? Same logic. Get scared again and again, and you'll get used to it. Toilets stink, right? They're gross, right? But trust me, if you lived in toilets for a month, you could even eat in there without issue. The boys were aghast at the thought and refuted him in chorus. Nope, we don't believe you. It's just an example, Wei Wuxian said. Alright, I admit, I've never lived in toilets before, so I don't know if you'd actually be able to eat in there. That was an irresponsible remark. But with that thing out there, you guys have to try. Don't just look, you have to examine it. Scrutinize the details, and as quickly as you can, use those details to unearth any weaknesses it might be hiding. Remain steady in the face of danger, and find an opportunity to strike back. Okay, I've lectured this long. Do you all understand? People don't often have the chance to hear my lectures, you know. You have to cherish this opportunity. Don't back away now. Come over and form a line. Take turns looking. Do we have to? Of course, Wei Wuxian said. I am never one to joke around. Nor do I play tricks on people. Let's start with Jingyi. Jinling, and Situi have both had their turns already. Huh? Then Jingyi protested. I can be excused, right? Those who were poisoned can't move, that's what you said. Wei Wuxian directed. Stick out your tongue. Lan Jingyi complied once more. Wei Wuxian gave his blessing. Congratulations, you're cured of the poison. Now bravely take your step. Come on. I love him. Lan Jingyi balked. Cured that fast? You're lying, right? His protests were ineffective, and so he had to force himself to boldly walk to the window. He looked, then looked away. Looked, and looked away. Wei Wuxian knocked on the wooden plank. What are you scared of? I'm standing right here. It won't dare break through this board. It's not going to eat your eyeball. Lan Jingyi jumped away. I'm done. Then came the turn of the next person in line. Each person gasped sharply when they looked. Once everyone had taken their turn, Wei Wuxian said, All done? Then why don't each of you share what you saw? Let's summarize. Jinling rushed to answer first. White eyes, female, very short, very skinny. Okay, appearance. She's holding a bamboo pole. Lan Sidri thought for a moment, then said, The girl's head reaches my chest. Her clothing is ragged and not too clean, kind of like the garb of a wandering street urchin. The bamboo pole seems to be a cane, used by the blind. It's possible those white eyes were not formed after death, but rather that she was blind while alive. Wei Wuxian commented, Jinling saw a lot, but Sidri saw details. Jinling pursed his lips. Another voice said, The girl is about 15 or 16 years old. She has a heart-shaped face, very delicate and pretty, but there's a very sense of vitality in those fine features. She uses a wooden hairpin to pin up her long hair. The end of the pin is carved and with the head of a little fox. She's small yet slender. Although unclean, she's not repellently filthy. If she was just given a chance to clean up, she'd definitely be cute. A real beauty. When Wei Wuxian heard this, he instantly felt the boy's prospects were limitless. Very good, he praised energetically. A detailed observation with a unique focus. Our little friend will definitely be a romantic in the future. The youth blushed, covered his face, and turned to face the wall, ignoring his companion's laughter. Another youth said, It seems the sound of bamboo hitting the ground was her walking. If she was already blind when alive, she'd still be unable to see after turning into a phantom in death. She has to depend on that cane. Yet another youth countered, But that's not right. You've all seen blind people before, right? Since their sight is hindered, they walk and move very slowly, scared to bump into something. But the phantom outside the door is quick and agile. I've never seen such an agile blind person. Wei Wuxian smiled. That's an excellent point. Very good. That's exactly how you should be analysing the situation. Don't overlook any points of suspicion. Now, let's invite her in and clear up these suspicions with answers. Just as he said that, he immediately tore off one of the door planks. Not just the boys inside the house, but also the phantom outside the window jumped in surprise at the abrupt action. She raised her bamboo pole immediately on guard. Wei Wuxian began by greeting the phantom. Then he asked, Miss, you've been following them all this time. Do you have some business with them? That girl widened her eyes. If she were alive, she would have been absolutely adorable, with those blank white eyes exuding streams of blood. The motion just made her look doubly savage. Someone inhaled sharply behind Wei Wuxian. Wei Wuxian asked, "What's there to be scared of? You'll see plenty of bleeding from the 7 apparatures in the future." Is 2 apparatures already too much for you? That's why I'm telling you guys to practice more. Wait, what? Hello, Strategic. Welcome. Is she reading something? Yeah, we are reading the novel that's on the screen right now. The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, Volume 2. We're on Chapter 8, The Stalk of Grass. We are on page 52. Prior to this, the girl had been fretfully pacing in circles before the window, hitting the ground with her bamboo pole, stomping, glaring, and flailing her arms. But now she suddenly changed course, gesturing like she wanted to tell them something. Jinling wondered. That's weird. Can't she talk? The phantom girl paused mid-action at this, and opened her mouth to show them. Blood poured from her empty mouth. It seemed her tongue had been yanked out at the root. Oh, I remember that. Oh my god. I'm not looking forward to the story of this, because I love her so much. She's so cute. The clan juniors were covered with goosebumps, but at the same time sympathy bloomed in their hearts. No wonder she couldn't speak. Blind and mute? How unfortunate. Is she using sign language? Can anyone understand her? Wei Wuxian asked. No one did. The girl stomped her feet impatiently and used her bamboo pole to draw and scrape on the ground. But she obviously wasn't raised in a scholarly family and didn't know her letters. All she'd drawn was a mess of little people, making it impossible for anyone to decipher what she wanted to express. Just then, from the far end of the street, came the sound of a frantic running and someone punting. The phantom girl suddenly vanished, but she would probably come back on her own, so Wei Wuxian wasn't concerned. He swiftly stuck the door plank back in place and continued to spy on the outside. The other clan juniors also wanted to see what was happening, so they all squished by the door and column of heads stacked from top to bottom, blocking the crack in the door with their eyes. The evil miasma was thinned out earlier, but now it was circulating again. They saw an unkempt figure break through the white fog, rushing their way. This man was dressed all in black and appeared to be injured, stumbling as he ran. But there was a sword at his waist, also wrapped in black cloth. Lan Jingyi whispered, Is it that smoke mask guy? Lan Sitru whispered back, It shouldn't be. The smoke mask man's form is completely different from his. There was a group of walking corpses following right behind the man, moving extremely fast. They caught up to him in an instant, and the man drew his sword to meet them. His sword glared bright and clear as he slashed through the miasma. Wei Wuxian cheered in his head. Nice strike. But once the sword made its sweep, the familiar odd spattering noise came again. Blackish red powder spouted once more from the severed limbs of the walking corpses. Surrounded and with nowhere to dodge, the man could do nothing but stand on the spot and be blasted with a face full of powder. Lan Sitru was stricken by the sight. He whispered, Motenbei, that man, we... Just then, another group of walking corpses shambled close, outflanking the man as his figure shrank into the crowd. Another sweep of his sword, and more corpse toxin erupted into the air. He gasped it in, yet more of it, seemed to grow unsteady on his feet. "We have to save him," Wei Wuxian said. "How are we going to do that?" Jinling questioned. "You can't go over there right now. The air is lousy with corpse toxin. You'll be poisoned if you get close." After contemplating for a moment, Wei Wuxian moved away from the window and walked to the heart of the central room. The boy's eyes also unconsciously followed him as he went. They saw a group of paper effigies of various appearances standing quietly between the two giant floral wreaths. Wei Wuxian passed by them slowly and stopped in front of a pair of paper ladies. The appearance of every paper effigy was different, but this pair seemed to have been intended to be twin sisters. Their makeup, attire, and facial features were all cast from the same mold. With crescent eyes and smiles on their faces, one could almost hear their giggling laughter. Hair coiffed in the double-ringed style, they were adorned with golden bracelets, red pearl earrings, and embroidered slippers, fully suited to be the maids of a great wealthy household. "Let's go with these two," Wei Wuxian said. He lightly swept his hand over one of the youth's unsheathed swords, using the blood from the cut on his thumb. He spun around the dot, the two pairs of eyes with 4 eyeballs. He then took a step back and gave a light smile. Coy eyes and seductive wiles, red lips part to chase a smile. Ask not of good or evil done, with these final dots let the warrior become. A gust of sinister wind blew from out of nowhere, abruptly engulfing the entire store. The boys unconsciously gripped their swords. Suddenly the pair of paper effigies' twin sisters jolted. In the next heartbeat, there came the sound of giggling laughter, drifting from these bright red painted lips, the final eyes summoning. It was as though the pair of paper effigies had seen or heard of something extremely funny. They giggled like tremendous flowering boffs. Those eyes dotted with the blood of the living rattled in their sockets as they twirled about, painting a picture that was both extremely charming and extremely horrifying. Wei Wuxian stood in front of them and inclined his head shallowly, giving them a courteous nod. The pair of paper effigies reciprocated with a deep bow, showing him greater courtesy. Wei Wuxian pointed to the door. "Go bring the living in. Obliterate everything else." Shrill laughter shrieked from the mouths of the paper effigies. A blast of sinister wind rushed past and flung open the 2 doors of the entrance. The 2 paper effigies leapt out, shoulder to shoulder, and dove right into the mob of walking corpses. It was hard to believe that fake humans so clearly made of paper could possess such fierce and destructive power. Stepping with their fine, embroidered shoes and fluttering their airy sleeves, they slashed off a walking corpse's arm with one sweep, and sliced a head in half with another. It was as if the paper sleeves were transformed into sharp blades. That charming laughter echoed incessantly down the long street, rousing the mind yet raised the air. It wasn't long before over a dozen walking corpses had been sliced into mangled pieces by the pair of effigies. It was a complete victory for the paper maids. Obeying the commands they were given, they picked up the weakened escapee and carried him inside before jumping out the door. The door closed automatically behind them as they quietly... Oh, I can't even speak now. the door closed automatically behind them, and they quieted down as they stood one on either side, watching the entrance like guardian lions. The clan juniors inside the house were gaping. In the past, they had learned stories of the deviant path from books and from their seniors. At the time, they couldn't understand. If it was so wicked, why were there so many people who wished to learn it? Why were there so many imitators of the Yearling Patriarch? Did he just cast a spell, Dr. Seuss rhyme style? Oh my god. Yeah, he basically got the paper effigies to destroy all the walking corpses outside, bring the living inside, and now they're guarding the door. So if the dead came back, they would be protected by the paper effigies. I need a drink now. Oh god. Okay. It was only now, after seeing it with their own eyes, that they understood. The deviant path had its own enticing and mysterious ways, and this final ice summoning was merely the tip of the iceberg. Once most of the youths came around, there was surprisingly no revulsion on their faces. Instead, they were filled with unconcealable excitement. They felt as though they gained immense insight and a wealth of topics to discuss with their fellow disciples when they returned. Only Jinling still looked upset. He's still upset that he got tricked. And by his uncle of all things. That's funny. Okay. Oh, yeah. Aunt Sidri went over to help Wei Wuxian assist the man, but Wei Wuxian said, "Stay back, and be careful not to touch the corpse toxin. You might get poisoned too if it catches on your skin." By the time the paper effigies have carried the man inside, he was already drained of energy, only half conscious. But now he was a little more alert. He coughed a few times, but covered his mouth. Seemed to be worried he'd infect the others if he expelled corpse toxin. He asked quietly, "Who are all of you?" His voice sounded extremely exhausted, and he had posed the question not only because he didn't know anyone inside this house, but also because he couldn't see. A thick white ribbon was wrapped around the man's eyes. He too was probably blind. And a very good-looking blind person at that, with a straight fine nose and thin lips of muted red. He could almost be called delicately handsome. He also appeared very young, between a youth and an adult, quite inspiring of sympathy. Wei Wuxian thought, how come I keep running into blind people recently, both alive and dead, both in words of others and with my own two eyes? Jinling get tricked a lot, to be honest, poor guy. Feel sorry, but not that sorry, because he kinda too smuggy. Is that a blind swordsman with ice powers? We will soon see, Vishash, we will soon see. Hey, Jinling said suddenly. We don't know who this person is yet, or whether he's friend or foe, so why are we saving him so rashly? What if he's evil? Won't we have saved a snake, then? Well, he wasn't wrong. It was a little awkward to be so blunt in front of the man himself. The man wasn't angry, however, and he didn't seem concerned about getting thrown out. He smiled, revealing a pair of small, pointed canine teeth. The little young master is right. It's best if I leave. Jinling, who had never expected that response, was taken aback for a moment. At a loss for words, he finally settled on humping. Lansitri quickly spoke up to smooth things over. But it's also possible that this gentleman isn't malicious. In any case, ignoring the dying would be against my family's precepts. Jinling remained obstinate. Fine, you guys are good guys. Don't blame me if anyone croaks. Lan Jingyi began angrily. You! But before he could finish, his tongue tied itself. This was because he saw the sword the man had placed on the table. Half the black cloth wrapping the sword had slipped off, revealing its body. The sword was superbly forged, a paragon of craftsmanship. The scabbard was bronze, carved with fretwork of frost, like fractals. The body of the sword could be seen through that hollow pattern, like silver stars twinkling in snowflake-shaped light. It had a sort of ice-pure and resplendent beauty. Lan Jingyi's eyes bulged, looking like he was about to blurt something out. Wei Wuxian didn't know what he planned on screaming, but since the man had used a black cloth to cover his sword, he must not want anyone to see it. He also instinctively didn't want to alert. Didn't want to alert the man, so he smothered Lan Jingyi's mouth with a hand while placing his index finger upon his own lips, gesturing to all the other shocked youths to not say anything. YouTube quality dropping right now? Is it? Is it doing the same thing for you, Vishesh? I hate IPC network, lol. Should have at least Wi-Fi better than McDonald's. It's working at a snail pace. Is it really bad for you as well, Vishesh? I mean, on my screen it doesn't say that frames have dropped. So I'm confused. Fine for me. Maybe it's just the IPC network. You might need to ask Diamond to get better Wi-Fi. Yeah, nothing's better than mine. Okay, here we go. Jinling mouthed 2 words, then reached out and wrote said 2 words on the dust-covered table. Shuanghua? Shuanghua? The sword Shuanghua? Wei Wuxian mouthed his questions soundlessly. The sword Shuanghua that belonged to Xiao Qingchen? Oh, it's raining on your end? Oh, well, that could be a possibility. It's not raining where I am. Actually, let me ask Google real quick. My mom's saying, "Why are you loud?" I'm reading a book. Hey Google, what is the weather forecast today? Mostly sunny? Where the fuck is the sun? It's fucking cloudy as shit. You can't see any blue sky. But it says it's not gonna rain, and the highest it'll be is 19 degrees, where at the moment it's 16 degrees. So, I guess it's not that bad. You aren't that loud though? My mum is the type of person to have a go, even if you're talking, honestly. Like, I was talking last night and she had a go at me for talking and she thought I was being loud, but I really wasn't. But it is what it is. Gotta love my household. Oh, I want to drink real quick. Jin Ling and the others all nodded their conviction. While the youths had never seen Xiaoxingchen in person, Xuanhua was a rare famous sword. Not only was its spiritual power strong, but its physical appearance was also beautiful and unique. Once upon a time, it had been featured in countless editions of the illustrated Almanac of Spiritual Swords and the Atlas of Notable Blades, making it unforgettable. Wei Wuxian mulled over this information. If the sword was Xuanhua, the man was blind. And the man was blind. One of the boys had arrived at the same conclusion and was reaching out to touch the bandage over the man's eyes, wanting to unravel it to see if his eyes were still there. But his hand only just touched the bandage when the man seemed to be in extreme pain. He shifted back imperceptibly. I don't know what the fuck that means. Apparently very scared of others touching his eyes. The boy noticed his own impropriety and quickly withdrew his hand. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The man raised his left hand, which was covered in a thin black glove, and seemed to want to cover his eyes, even though he was afraid to touch them himself. Gentle contact already caused him unbearable pain. A thin sheen of sweat had broken out on his forehead. I wonder why. Your mom has ears like Piccolo? Oh my god. Honestly, like, you could literally tap on a table and she would hear it from downstairs. That's how annoying it is, honestly. He replied arduously? I don't even know what that means. Arduously. I don't even fucking know what that even means. He replied arduously. It's fine. Still, his voice quivered. Such a display was surely enough to deduce that this man was Xiaoxingchen, who had gone missing after the case of the Cheng clan of Yuyang. Xiaoxingchen still hadn't realized his identity had been through. After enduring the wave of pain, he fumbled to reach for Xuanhua. Wei Wuxian's hand moved as fast as his eyes saw, pulling up the black cloth that had slipped off. Having felt Xuanhua, Xiaoxingchen nodded. Many thanks for rescuing me. I will take my leave. Don't go yet. You've got corpse poisoning, Wei Wuxian said. Is it serious? Xiaoxingchen asked. Very, Wei Wuxian replied. Since it is serious, then why stay? Xiaoxingchen said. It is hopeless regardless. Why not kill a few walking corpses before I turn? Hearing he had no care for life or death, hot blood surged within the chests of the boys in the house. Who says it's hopeless? Lan Jingyi blurted in spite of himself. Stay, he can cure you. Wei Wuxian said curiously. Me? Sorry, are you talking about me? He really didn't have the heart to tell the truth. Xiaoxing Chen had already breathed in too much of the corpse toxin. His face was tinted a faint blackish red. He was poisoned too severely, and glutinous rice congee probably wouldn't work anymore. I already killed plenty of walking corpses in this city, Xiaoxing Chen said. They have been following me. More will surely and endlessly follow. If I stay, you will be overwhelmed by the mob sooner or later. How far do we have? Because, like... Oh, my stomach is rumbling like a mad fucker right now. What the hell? Oh, yeah, fuck you, fucking Shuyong. We still got a long way to go. Maybe next week or the week after we will be finished with this chapter particularly. Because we are on page 60. And the chapter ends at page 184. So 60, 70, 80, 90, wait, 60, 70, 80. So we need 124 pages. There is no way I'm doing 124 pages. Eat something? Well, I have chocolate next to me. I have a protein bar next to me. But I'm thinking like long term, like having something to eat long term. I might ask my mom if she wants to go out after I stop streaming to town. Because I need to go into town anyway, so I need to put some money in the bank and then get myself a book from the bookstore. Hopefully volume 3 or 4 from Heaven Official's Blessing. But I might actually go out, because then we can get something in town to eat. I don't know where to go to eat. Wait, I'm gonna text my mom real quick. I'm gonna put the bookmark in real quick. I had a missed call yesterday? Yeah? What? Didn't know that. Okay. Oh man. I'll probably go out in about an hour. So just after this stream finishes. Oh my god. Gosh. Even though I woke up early today, I am still tired for some reason. I think originally I woke up just before 5 o'clock because I was in a party with Dan, and then I went back to sleep around about 5:30, woke up at like 9, set up stream at like 10 o'clock, and then since then I've just been chilling and then waiting for the stream to start, so... okay. Okay. Oh. It's his birthday. Oh yeah! Shit, it's my granddad's birthday today. I forgot about that. Completely forgot that my granddad's birthday is 2 days after mine, and then my mom's birthday is next week. That's crazy. Ah! I just keep... You guys probably don't know this, but I've just had my ears pierced like 2 days ago, and I keep on hitting the stud by accident. So it kind of hurts a little bit, but I have to keep on turning it around so that the ear doesn't overgrow or overheal on the stud or whatever. Okay. Okay, well, she has to go up there anyway, so it depends on when she has to go out, because I am going to be streaming for another 50 minutes. So... A lot of family birthdays in September? Yeah. That's got smart. Wait, what? It's not 720p, but running at 480 is fine on my end too. I'm guessing your Wi-Fi isn't allowing you to go into 720p? My stream is in 720p, right? Wait, let me have a look. $420 is the automatic one. Yeah, it's in 720. It's automatic to 480, but you can put it as 720. You can just go into the settings and then go to quality, and then you can go to advanced, and then you can go to 720. If I had a better PC, I would be streaming at 1080p, but because my PC is shit right now, until I get... Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. My PC case that I ordered is coming either tomorrow or Friday, so I'll be able to take a picture of that and my CPU and put that on my Twitter, because that's now two like big things that I buy. And then next month when I get paid, that's when I'll get the motherboard. So then I'll have the three main things. So the actual casing for the PC, I have the CPU, and then I'll have the motherboard as well. So I can easily just put the motherboard inside of the casing and screw that in. I could put the CPU in and wait till I get the liquid thing on it. But at the same time, I don't want to put the liquid on it, mainly because I probably will need to have the liquid cooling system on first. So I don't really want to do that right at that moment. But I think after I get the motherboard, I want to get the PSU, because at least then I'll have the power to turn it on and off. So after the motherboard next month, depending on how much I get, I'll probably will buy either the PSU at the same point as the motherboard, or I'll buy it the next month after, so then we get one step closer towards getting a fully insane gaming PC. So, the piercing pain and maintenance, yeah, like, the aftercare of getting a piercing is strange for me, because, yeah, I've never had a piercing before. I've had tattoos, which you guys are not going to be seeing, and this is the first time having my ears pierced. I don't really mind the lower quality since mostly listening anyways. That's true, yeah. We need better Wi-Fi, yeah. We all need better Wi-Fi, including Wei. That is correct, yeah. Also, show the picture of your current PC for comparison. Yeah, that's true, yeah, I should, yeah. Even though it looks like shit right now and most of the fans are not working. But yeah, sure, I could do that. Oh, good heavens. When I get the case and I take the picture of the case and the CPU, I'll take the picture of the case that I'm using right now when it's turned on with lighting up with blue. My new case, I have RGB fans on it, 3 RGB fans that I can control. So once I get that powered on using the PSU, I can take a picture of it, what it should look like when it's turned on. But obviously I'm going to have like RGB RAM sticks, maybe like liquid cooling, like lighting and stuff. Maybe RGB on the graphics card, who knows, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Hello, Janaya. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know if I said the name right, but welcome, Janaya. Welcome to the stream. Fans still not working. I thought cleaned it, fixed it. No. The noise has stopped. At least you don't hear the clanking, and I don't have to bash my PC a couple of times. But only one of the fans is working, which is the middle fan at the front. The back fan isn't working. The 2 at the front are not working. And the only other fan that's working is the CPU cooling fan. That's really it. But, yeah. Oh, hey, Cucumber. Welcome. Welcome. Also, I am sorry, Cucumber, about yesterday's stream. I know that it was, like, gore and stuff. So my apologies about yesterday. I was scared shitless throughout the entire stream. It's great. So, 12:50. I will have to meet you up there then as I finish streaming at 1 PM. Okay. She's going a little bit earlier than me, so obviously I'm gonna have to go after her, so I'll have to meet her up there. Cucumber, how are you? Fine, thank you. Awesome. You said it right? Oh, nice. I am so bad at names, so I'm glad that I got Janaya correct. Oh, God. At least no PC abuse anymore? That's true, yeah. No more PC abuse unless it breaks down on me. Then I can bash it more. Oh, man. I'm so late to the street. I fell asleep. The message is, man, I know. Oh, my God. I wish I could have seen you really scared. I mean, you can still see me scared. There is, on my Twitter, someone put a clip that they saved on the tweets that I posted. You can always go to that 14-second clip, and I just said, "Ay caramba." And I was kind of scared at that point, because I didn't know that the body was in there. But yeah, I might actually do shorts. I did say at the very start to Vishesh this morning, that whatever you guys put as clips and stuff, and like short little clips and stuff, either on my Twitter or on my community Discord server, I will try and put it as like short content. So I'll probably edit it as like short content and then post it on my channel. So if you guys have any funny moments that you know of, or if you have any like funny moment clips that you have seen in my streams and stuff, you can always put it through the Discord server or my Twitter, and you guys will help me to make the short content. so that I can post it on there as shorts, as like funny moments and stuff. So if you guys have any like funny content that you have saved or whatever, then by all means let me know in the Discord server or by Twitter, and then I can try and edit it and put it as like a short. Stream, god. My network is fixed, it's high quality now, nice. Thank the Amber Lord. Like the one short cut out of you saying thank you for, oh fuck's sake. Fuck you. That's what you sent there? Oh my god. Thank you for streaming. Oh god, yeah. Fuck you. I can go at 1 to go meet them at 1:30. Up to you. I don't mind. Okay. She says she can go at 1. So, if she does want to come out 1, then I can always come out with her. If not, then I'll just remind you of what your ChatGPT not working. Oh my god, can't even with you guys anymore. Does my lord know why Yi City became this way? Wei Wuxian asked. Shoshin-chan shook his head. No, I am merely a wandering Daoi. I wandered here and entered the city for a night hunt after learning of the supernatural activity in this region. There are a great many living and walking corpses in this city. You have yet to experience the brunt of it. Some are agile and hard to defend against, while others expel corpse toxin from their bodies after being cut down. The poison infects instantly upon contact, but if those corpses are not cut down, they tackle and bite. With the end of the result of poisoning you all the same. They are genuinely difficult to fight. Judging by your voices, there are many little masters among you, am I correct? I urge everyone to leave this place as soon as possible. Wait, what? I swear Diamond need to invest in better investment? Yeah. You need to go to Aventurine, because he's in charge of the investment department. Also, yes sir, I had to check people's IDs at Tesco at self-checkout. I asked a lady for her ID and she called me cute and said I made her day. Oh my god, that's cute. Oh man, I hate asking for people's IDs and stuff, because there was this woman who didn't have her ID on her, but she had a picture of her passport, so that counted for it as like some identification. So yeah, it kind of annoyed me sometimes when I had to ask, because obviously there are a lot of young people asking for alcohol and everything, and you have to ask them for ID and shit. I hate asking for ID because I don't get ID'd at my local stuff because of the way I look. I don't get asked at my local because they know me and my family. So wherever I go, I do get asked, but like in my locals, because I know me and my family, I don't really get asked. So I do hate when people ask you. I think the only reason some places don't ask me is because they see my tattoos. That's probably the only reason, honestly. Because in the UK, you have to have tattoos after the age of 18, so yeah. To be fair though, most of the people that I checked IDs for when I was working at Tesco, they were actually pretty nice about it. I mean, there was a few young'uns that had alcohol and I asked for IDs and stuff. They were really nice. It was like a group of girls and one guy or something, and they all had alcohol and stuff. I asked for IDs and then they complied. So it's nice to have people comply about it and be nice about it. I would also hate it myself, so obviously you gotta be kind to people. It's very annoying to ask people, but you have to do it because of legal reasons and stuff. and also working for a supermarket that is like one of the biggest ones in the UK, so obviously it's something that's important. So they made a gambler the head of the investment department. Yeah, they did. I don't think I just have an effect on the world where I only meet people who are sweet, or I'm just way too adorable because I never encountered a rude person. I've encountered a few rude people when I worked at Tesco, mainly because they had prices and stuff that wasn't the same price, and I couldn't do anything about it because I was working on the tills. I didn't work on like the stocking or the price checking and stuff. I just worked at tills, and that's all I could do. So yeah, I met a few people because it was like Christmas shopping and stuff. I met quite a few people where they had trolleys upon trolleys of like the chocolate calendars or like the biscuit tins and stuff. There was like so many of them in one trolley. It was unreal. I had to get out of my seat to count how many boxes and how many of them they were. And it was so funny at the time because they were like saying sorry and everything, and I was like, oh, it's fine. And then like I had to count every single one of them individually just to make sure, because you never know these days. But yeah, I was told to check, so I checked. So yeah, sometimes it's really funny what people do with the Christmas season. But yeah, you do get some of those rude people sometimes. It depends on the days. Everyone has a good and bad day. And obviously it depends on their attitude towards everything, so yeah. UK doesn't have anything like a Black Friday, right? We do have a Black Friday, yeah. Black Friday, Boxing Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve and stuff. We have all of those. How many chocolate calendars were there? There were boxes upon boxes. Like, think of like a big trolley at Tesco, but think of it full, but over full, if you know what I mean. But it wasn't just calendars, it was like chocolate biscuits, it was like the boxes, not the actual packets, it was like the boxes of like chocolate biscuits and like all sorts of variety of biscuits and stuff. And it was overfilled, if you know what I mean. If you work at Tesco, you know what a large trolley is like, and that was overfilled with all the Christmas shopping of just biscuits, chocolate biscuits, calendars, everything. Yeah, it was hectic. I remember also we had like a sale at Tesco where you can get like 15p bags of like potatoes, carrots, and different types of veg. And I remember that there was a family group, and all you could see in their trolley was bags upon bags of 15p bags, like not even small bags, but the large bags of like potatoes, carrots, different types of mixed veg and stuff. It was absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. I remember as well, like there was this one guy who had so much alcohol as well. He was very nice about it and apologized for so many, because I had to get all of the the security tags off every single bottle of alcohol that he had. He had like an entire trolley full of alcohol, and he felt so bad because there was a massive line, and he had so many bottles that I had to try and get every single one done. And he waited and was really patient about it and was really nice about it. And that's what I like to see. Like, even if like there's a long line and stuff, being patient is really good, and being nice about it and everything, because things like that take time because of the security tags. And plus, at my till sometimes, like, the tags wouldn't even fucking come off. It was so annoying to fucking fiddle around. I had to use someone else's fucking thing to fucking take it off. It was so annoying. But, yeah. Good times and bad times at Tesco. If you have to deal with customers on Black Friday, that's when you deal with all the rudeness in the universe. Yeah. I worked for most of the Christmas season, including Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. I miss the emojis in Legacy of Divinity. One of them is called Depression. Oh god. That'd be so perfect. Oh my god. They needed the demons. Alcohol, probably hosting a party. Hopefully hosting a party. No joke, Vishesh. Basically, I even asked him, can I join in the party? And he was just laughing as well, so... I would have loved to be at that fucking party. Also, where are you in the book right now? We are at the point where we have met the character Shujin. Cough cough. For the very first time. And the puppets that Wei Wuxian used to bring him inside, they're outside now, guarding the place. And yeah, he's poisoned and everything with the corpse toxin and everything, but yeah, he's, I think, too badly gone to take the poison, to take the kanji that Wei Wuxian made. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're on page 60 at the moment, chapter 8. So yeah. I would have drank 3/4 of the alcohol in a mere hour. Oh my god. That's crazy. Where are we at? Just as he spoke, they heard the sinister giggling of the paper effigy sisters outside the entrance. This time, the sound of their laughter was shriller than before. Lan Jingyi leaned on the door to peek through the crack. Then he swiftly used his body to block the slit, his eyes wide and dumbfounded. So many. Walking corpses? Wei Wuxian asked. How many is many? I don't know, Lan Jingyi exclaimed. The entire street is full of them. Maybe a few hundred? And that number's growing. I didn't think those two paper effigies can hold out for much longer. If the door guarding effigies fell, all the corpses walking the street would swarm into the shop. Cut them down and poisoning would be imminent. In fact, the more vigorous the slaughter, the faster the poison would circulate. Don't cut them down and inevitably be torn apart or bitten to death. You are the second biggest goat? Huh? What? I'm confused. Why? Who, what, when, how, when, why? Why am I per se second goat? Second biggest goat? Sword in hand, Xiaoxing Chen clearly planned on pushing through the door to go out, probably hoping to fend off as many waves of those cadavers as he could with what strength remained in him, but his face suddenly turned purplish red, and he fell backward onto the ground. Just sit tight. Greatest of all time, why not? What? What does it mean by second biggest goat, though? Wei Wuxian said. This'll be resolved in a jiffy. Once more, he casually swept the index finger. He casually swept the index finger of his right hand over the blade of Lan Jingyi's sword. Blood dripped. Are you gonna use the final eye summoning again? Lan Jingyi said. Asked, not said. How much blood would it take you to dot the eyes of every single effigy? How about I lend you some of mine? Other boys immediately rolled up their sleeves. Me too. Wei Wuxian was caught between laughter and tears. No need. Do you have any blank talismans? These juniors were still young, not trained enough to be able to draw talismans on the spot for immediate use. All the talismans they had on them were pre-drawn. Lan Sijui shook his head. No. A pre-drawn one is fine too, Wei Wuxian said. Lan Sijui retrieved a stack of yellow talismans from his quum pouch. Wei Wuxian took only one sheet, glanced at it, and then pressed the index and middle fingers of his right hand together as his hand powerfully glided over the cinnabar paint from top to bottom. The vibrant red blood and the scarlet cinnabar formed a brand new set of symbols. He flicked his wrist, and the red-marked yellow talisman ignited mid-air. Wei Wuxian reached out with his left hand and caught the ashes drifting from the burning paper. He clenched his fingers and looked slightly downward. As he opened his palm, he gently blew the black ashes toward the row of paper effigies. Wait, what? Second goat then, second greatest of all time. I don't know what second goat means. Caught between laughter and tears, he didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Sentence, yeah. Almost wrote to die instead of cry. Oh my god. Ow. Oops. Oh crap. Okay. He murmured, "Wildfires cannot destroy, for life shall rise again in the spring breeze." The talisman's ash stormed and whirled. A yin muscle man standing at the forefront picked up a machete? A machete? I thought he said... Oh, machete. I can't fucking read. Picked up a machete that was next to his feet and slung it over his shoulder. Beside him was a sumptuously dressed paper beauty with her hair styled in a high, loose bun. She slowly raised her right hand, nimbly flexing her long and slender fingers. She appeared to be a languid noble woman, haughtily admiring her long nails, which were painted blood red. Next to the beauty's feet stood a golden boy and a jade maiden. The golden boy yanked mischievously, I don't even fucking know anymore, on the jade maiden's braid, and the jade maiden struck out her tongue at him in response. A long tongue, almost 30 centimeters in length, abruptly slipped out of her small mouth and poked a giant hole in the boy's chest, like a venomous snake, before it was swiftly withdrawn with one vicious movement. The golden boy opened his mouth wide, revealing 2 chilling rows of white teeth, and bit her on the arm. Just like that, the paper effigy children started fighting each other first. 20 to 30 paper effigies started wobbling one after the other like they were working their joints, whispering to each other as they shook, while the sound of rustling undulated everywhere. They were not alive. No, they were far superior to the living. "Hold your breath," Wei Wuxian instructed. Then he sidestepped to make way to the entrance. He bowed slightly and made a gesture of invitation. The wooden door swung violently open once more. The sweet smell of corpse toxin gushed in, and everyone immediately covered their mouths, raising their sleeves in defense. The yin muscle men let out a roar and lunged first, before the rest of the paper effigies filed out. Goat means greatest of all time, Wei. How are you so confused, or am I just dumb? I'm probably just dumb myself. So, wait, who's the first greatest of all time then? Walks in. Oh god. Bitching out. Making bad jokes. Whoa, cucumber. Jeez. Oh god. Okay. The wooden door closed anew behind the last paper effigy. No one breathed any of it in, right? Wei Wuxian asked the room. Everyone quickly replied no. Wei Wuxian helped Xiaoxing Chen to his feet. He'd thought to find a place for the man to lie down, but shockingly no such space could be found, leaving him no choice but to sit on the frigid, dusty ground. Xiaoxing Chen was still tightly gripping his sword, Xuanhua. It was only with a strenuous effort that he aroused himself from his half-conscious state. He coughed a few times, his voice feeble. So that was the finalized summoning? My knowledge is rough at best, Wei Wuxian replied. Xiaoxing Chen pondered for a moment, then smiled. That was indeed the best way to obliterate those walking corpses. He paused, then added, however, cultivators who walk this path can easily find themselves facing mutiny from subordinate malicious ghosts and belligerent spirits. Not even the founding father of this path, the Yiling patriarch Wei Wuxian, could escape that fate. This is just my personal suggestion, but if my lord is not his match, then do be more careful in the future. Best not to use that magic unless absolutely necessary. Try cultivating another path. Wei Wuxian sighed inwardly. Thank you for your exhortation. Most exclaimed cultivators made their stance on the matter very clear, drawing lines in the sand to advertise their profound hatred for a certain someone. However, the fact that this dear martial uncle of his would still advise him so diplomatically, reminding him to watch out for mutiny, even while he was half dead himself, it only spoke to how exceedingly gentle he was, how kind and soft-hearted. But to be fair, he can't really cultivate another path because he just can't. And you guys are going to find out why later on, down the line. But, obviously we'll find that in Season 3 anyway, when we do the watch-along on Saturday. But, yeah, it's very difficult for him to do that. So, yeah. It's the 29-year-old guy I wrote about before. Gorgeous and adorable, and then called me a love child. Oh my god. Sucker for those words, unfortunately. There's a dog and a cat. Marable. Oh my god, cucumber. Good lord. Okay, we'll go for another 15-20 minutes and then I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to go out with my mom, hopefully get book 3 or 4 of Heaven Official's Blessing. Hopefully 4 because I do want to read about the ghost rut scene. Cucumber, have you seen the ghost rut scene? Like, have you actually seen it? If you haven't, go to Kikta's channel and she reacts to it. Please, for the love of God, tell me that you've seen it. For the love of Hualien, please tell me that you've seen it. You probably read about it, I'm not quite sure, but like, I'm hoping that you've seen the audio thing for it as well. Yeah, good luck on that. Oh god. Yeah, I've been seeing- oh my god, yes! Yes, 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 yes! Oh my god. I know, right? Oh my god, I can't. The fact that Shilian wanted to know what his feelings were, so he just went along with it anyway, but he also wanted to help Huachong as well. The fact that he had both in mind, that, like, oh, that changed everything. The audio as well. Oh my god. Someone needs to make like a fan animation of that scene. Because if we can't see it in the actual show when it comes out, we need to see it in like a comic form or like an animatic form or some shit. I know we have like the small pictures and stuff. Oh, comic! Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this insane group of people. But yeah. I really just like want to see an animatic of it. I really do. And Kikta was right in one of the tweets. The audio drama is just literally the same as searching up moaning ASMR. Yes, literally. There's so much moaning in it. It's crazy. Like, you would, like, I know she said it in her video as well, that if you just cut out the moaning section of the ghost rut scene, you could place it anywhere in like in the audio drama, and you would think it would be, I don't know, the coffin boat scene, the kissing scenes, the sex scenes, the ghost rut scene. It could be anything because it's just moaning. You just never know. Oh man. But yeah, I'm so glad I heard it. Oh my god, it was so good. And like oh fucking hell. The ship with fucking Xuan. I forgot what it's fucking called again. What is it called? I don't even remember. Beef leaf, that's it, beef leaf. Like the beef leaf thing that she did as well, reaction to that as well in her video. It's so good. Oh my god, I can't even right now. Welcome to the channel? What do you mean? Like, if someone subscribes, they are welcome to the channel. What the fuck? What are you talking about? That's not ChatGPT. How is that? If someone subscribes to a channel, I'm like, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this insane group of people. You know? That's not ChatGPT. It would be ChatGPT if I was like, welcome streamer to the channel. I don't know. I was right, it's beef leaf? Yeah, beef leaf, yeah. Oh. I love Xuan though. He deserves so much better. He's like the best friend that everyone needs. You said welcome to the channel without the? I said the channel, right? Yo, I need to fucking, like, rewatch this. Someone clip that. Someone clip it and put it in the Discord server so I can fucking watch it myself. Like, no way I said welcome to channel. I am pretty sure that I said welcome to the channel. There is no way, right? Guys. Did I really say welcome to channel? Yo, someone clip that and put it in the Discord server. And I'll check it in a bit. Welcome streamer to channel. Someone clip that without context. Couldn't be me. Oh yeah, it is. You, Vishesh, shut up. Did I? Vishesh, can you like go back through the stream and then tell me, and then come back? I don't really have the stream up and running at the moment on my PC. Oh, actually, I can do it on my phone. Where's my stream gone? 1 second. I'm just gonna go mute for a second then. I said it really quickly, but you can hear me say the. So, there you go. It was very quickly, and it was very silently a little bit, but I did say it. Yeah, it wasn't well emphasized, but I did say it. Oh, God. But yeah, I did say it. Oh, God. The villager went away too cowardly to face the mistakes of a ChatGPT. Exactly! Fuck you, Cucumber! I said it! I did say it. There you go! Oh, that's funny. Oh, I said it very quietly, but you can hear it. Welcome to the channel. So my ears are just bad as my vision? Probably. Oh, good heavens. Alright then, I'm gonna take responsibility for my mistake. Sorry, mate. You don't need to apologise, that was actually kind of funny. Oh my god. Okay, hopefully I can finish these 2 pages before I start ending the stream, so that we can continue on page 66 next week. Okay. Looking at the thick layer of bandages over Xiao Xingchen's eyes and remembering what the man had gone through, Wei Wuxian couldn't help but sigh regretfully. Young juniors with scant worldly experience were usually too fascinated by the demonic path to regard it with contempt. So other than Jinling, who looked very upset the entire time, the other juniors were all crammed around the crack in the door to watch the spectacle unfold. Today, so I couldn't light an incense stick today? Oh, damn. Help! That effigy woman's nails are so scary. 1 slash leaves 5 gashes. Why is that little girl's tongue so long and so hard? Is she a hanged ghost? That guy's so strong, I can't believe he can pick up so many walking corpses at once. He's gonna slam them down? Look, 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 look! He's done it! They're all smashed! After he'd been pulled aside by Xiao Xingchen for a round of gentle counsel, Wei Wuxian grabbed the last bowl of glutinous rice congee on the table. Your poisoning is severe. I have something here that might be able to give you a slight reprieve, but it also might not, and it tastes quite awful. Do you want to give it a try? If you no longer wish to live, don't worry about it. Xiao Xingchen took the bowl with 2 hands. Of course I want to live. If I may live on, then allow me to persist. However, when he lowered his head and partook, the concerns of his lips parted to twitch. It was only by firmly pursuing his mouth that he managed to not bring it right back up. It was a good while before he very politely uttered thank you. Wei Wuxian turned his head. Do you guys see that? You see that? Hear what he said? You're the ones being delicate and difficult. All those complaints while eating the congee I slaved over? Did you slave over anything? Jinling accused. Besides dumping a bunch of strange things into a pot, what else did you accomplish? Xiao Xingchen said, however, upon further consideration, if I must eat this every day, then I choose death. Jinling burst into mocking laughter without a shred of mercy, and not even Lan Sidri was able to contain himself, letting out a pfft. Wei Wuxian looked at them speechless, and Lan Sidri immediately schooled himself. Right then, Lan Jingyi exclaimed happily, "Alright, they're all dead, we've won." Xiao Xingchen quickly put down the bowl. Do not open the door yet. Be careful, there might be more. Don't put the bowl down. Don't put down the bowl, Wei Wuxian said. Pick it up and finish the congee. He approached the wooden door to look out through the crack. After the inhuman slaughter, the street was permeated with thin white fog and purplish red powder. The corpse toxin was gradually dissipating, and the paper effigies patrolled leisurely up and down the street. Pieces of the walking corpses were strewn all over the ground, and when they came across bits, they still twitched. The effigies would viciously stomp down until those chunks were rendered into nothing more than puddles of blood and flesh. Beyond that, everything was still and quiet. No new walking corpses had rushed onto the scene yet. Just as Wei Wuxian was about to relax, there was a very, very light movement just above his head. The sound was almost impossible to catch. It was as though someone was darting past on the roof tiles with the speed of a bird, their steps unusually light and agile, nearly silent. Were it not for Wei Wuxian's sharp senses, he wouldn't have caught the minute sound of impact between the tiles. Wait, what happened? Don't give it to him, Wei Wuxian. Then I choose death. Savage. Oh my god, yeah, it was a bit savage. He can cook, but he can't cook without putting spices in it. Name has Wei in it because she probably can't cook. Like, I can cook! I think she told us she studied to be a chef. Like, exactly! There you go! Oh, it's a chef apprentice! I think that my favourite dishes that I like to make is chili con carne and a chicken curry. So nice. That's not canon then? Oh, that's funny. He can cook though, but very badly. Like, it's better than Xilian's cooking at least. Like, let's be fair, Cucumber. Let's be fair. It's not Xilian's cooking. Even though Hua Chang would probably kill someone if they said that Xilian's cooking was bad. You sound like someone who can't cook. Sorry, wait, bro, what? You little bitch. What the fuck, dude? That's fucking crazy. Oh, man. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna finish these 2 pages, and then we'll start ending the stream. Actually, now that I think about it. The movement couldn't deceive the blind either. Xiao Xingchen alerted. Above! Wei Wuxian barked. Spread out! Just as he spoke, the ceiling over the central room tore open. Broken tiles accumulated dust, and scattered straw plunged down like rain. The boys had quickly dispersed, so thankfully no one was hurt. A black shadow jumped down through the gaping hole in the ceiling. This man was dressed in a set of black Taoist robes. He was tall, and his posture was straight as a pine tree. A Taoist whisk was tucked behind his back, and he wielded a long sword in hand. He was coolly handsome in appearance, and with his head slightly tilted up just so, he emanated a haughty and aloof demeanor. But his eyes had no pupils. They were pure, deathly white, a fierce corpse. Everyone present had only just managed to realize that fact when he lunged, brandishing his sword. He was aiming for Jinling, the one closest to him. Jinling drew his sword to parry, but the force behind the strike was immense, and the impact numbed his arm. If not for the extraordinary spiritual power of his own sword, Suihua, he would probably have been struck dead. His attacks unsuccessfully. The black-clad fierce corpse swung again, moving as smoothly and brutally as flowing current, as if his hatred was as profound as the sea. He aimed for Jinling's arm, and in that moment of danger, Xiao Xingchen drew his sword and helped Jinling block his attack. Doing so must have caused the poisoning to surge, for he collapsed at last, unmoving. Jinling was horrified. Is he dead or alive? I've never seen such a... a fierce corpse with such agility and such expertise with the sword, but he trailed off because he suddenly remembered that, yes, he had. Because, of course, the Ghost General was the same. Wei Wuxian's eyes had been firmly glued to the Taoist, his mind churning rapidly. He pulled out the bamboo flute, tugging at his waist, and played a long, shrill note, so piercing that everyone else covered their ears. When the Taoist heard the sound of the flute, his body lurched. Although the hand gripping the sword shook tremendously, in the end he still lunged. He could not be controlled. That meant this fierce corpse had a master. Wei Wuxian dodged the lightning-fast attack, leisurely playing another tune as he sidestepped. Soon the paper effigies patrolling outside leapt onto the roof and jumped in through the gaping hole. Noticing the movements, the fierce Taoist corpse swung his sword back in 2 quick slashes. 2 paper effigies were cut into 4 pieces, top to bottom. He drew his whisk with his left hand, and in it was as if thousands of those soft white threads had suddenly transformed into metal whips and poisonous thorns. A simple swing would burst skulls and sever limbs. An accidental brush would turn a bystander into a sieve, pouring blood like water. Though his hands were full, Wei Wuxian called out, "Don't come out here, stay in your corner." Then he continued issuing commands, the music of the flute whimsical and flightly, and marked by ferocious chords. Although the fierce Taoist was fighting with both hands, endless paper effigies jumped down from above, surrounding and attacking him. If he struck here, there'd be more there. Kill the one in front, and more would come from the back. His strength alone was inadequate. And there we go. That ends today's stream. We are on page 68 of chapter 8, and well, I say we're getting there, but it's still a big fucking chunk of the book until we get to the new chapter. So that ends today's stream, guys. I think my baby can come and hit the B way somehow. In this in Jiggy isn't my baby girl. Oh my god. He doesn't know he's my baby girl just yet, but still. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna start ending the stream as I gotta go with my mom out to town and hopefully get book 3 or 4 of Heaven Official's Blessing and get something to eat. So I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. Tomorrow we're going to be playing some Honkai Star Rail and seeing if we can get Kafka, and just continue from there. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, who was it? Thank you Comic for subscribing today. I appreciate you and welcome to the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next daily stream. This was a nice stream. By the way, rest of your day. Have a good rest of your day as well, Cucumber. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next daily stream. So until then, catch you guys later. Bye!